Good day, everyone. Joel here with a tropical update for you. Thanks so much for clicking play and checking this out with me. Thank you to all my new subscribers, man. They're taking off. And thank you all of my regular subscribers. I love you so much. Almost up to that mark that I was trying to reach. I only need maybe 20 or 30 more. I don't know. I haven't checked it lately, but I saw it went up. And I want to thank everybody for subscribing. And if you haven't and you're into all of the weather, please click subscribe, click everything, click that bell, and then check off all, and that way you'll get all of my videos. Let's get to it. Want to make it short as possible. I will have a more lengthy forecast coming up later this afternoon, but as of right now, from the National Hurricane Center, it's still an elongated area of low pressure, and I'm going to show you why it is that, okay? It won't turn into a tropical depression or storm until it gets a center of circulation. It hasn't got that yet. And we're going to check out the water vapor map. That's one of the best maps to check out things like that you can get. I call it the X-ray of the sky. But right now it's about 500 miles east of the Windward Islands. It is producing a wide area of showers and thunderstorms. The recent satellite imagery suggests that the system does not yet have a well-defined center, and data from the NOAA buoy indicate that the system is producing winds near tropical storm force, and I've checked that out. I'm not going to show you all of that, but it already has winds of over 50 miles per hour in the gust. Now, it doesn't have this well-defined center, as I said, but tropical storm force winds are in it. And an Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft is scheduled to investigate the system this afternoon, and it will provide much more data and information that we can go on. Now, the environmental conditions are expected to be conducive for additional development, and a tropical depression or storm is likely to form during the next couple of days, moving pretty fast to the west-northwest at 15 to 20 miles per hour as it gets closer to the Leeward Islands. But regardless of development, I want you guys to listen to this. Locally heavy rain is likely across portions of the Lesser Antilles beginning later today and continuing through Wednesday, especially in the Leeward Islands. Now, these conditions will spread westward to the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico Wednesday night and Thursday. And anybody on these islands should continue to monitor the progress of this system, and tropical storm watches or warnings could be required for portions of these areas later today. Now, you see that. Tropical storm watches or warnings could be required for portions of this area for the islands later today. 2 days 80, 5 days 90. It's going to make it, my friends. And here's the water vapor imagery from GOES. You can see the GOES satellite this morning. You can see it's trying. It's not made it yet, but I think it will probably by today or early in the morning hours if it keeps going like it's going now. You can see all the islands right here. Now, around this area, it's had dry dust, Saharan dust. It tried to get to it last evening a little bit, but it didn't bother it at all. You know, these systems, sometimes if they're in the right environment, they make up their own little environment to intensify, and that's exactly what 92L has done. Now, we have another one over here. We're not going to talk about it a lot right now. We're concentrating on this right here. Now, it's looking to me like it's going to go up across this area, but it's not road and stone yet. If it did, it would go over like this and up into the Bahamas. Then it could possibly go into Florida, maybe go out into the Gulf, maybe come back and come up the coast. There's all kind of scenarios. The worst possible scenario would be if it moved a little bit more southern if it moved a little bit more southern, that would be the worst possible scenario. You're not going to believe me, folks, but I've tried to make this video since around 8 o'clock this morning, and I've got interrupted, but here we are again. The worst possible scenario is if it did move a little bit further south, and it went this way, and it went on up in the Gulf. Now, when it gets up here, if it takes this more northerly track, just let's say it did go in the Gulf, I think as of now, we have to remember, all of this can change so drastically. Nothing's wrote in stone. That's why we have to watch this system every day, 2 or 3 times a day. Okay? Keep up on it, people. I'm just telling you. Especially in these areas right in here. You guys really need to pay attention as of now because it's coming to you first. But say if it did get up here, it's looking like you can see this gray. This is dry air. Maybe it would make it dissipate. I'm not saying it's going to be there when it reaches any certain destination. We're going to have to wait and see. The best possible scenario, and this doesn't sound like it's good for the upper islands, Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, maybe Jamaica, parts of Cuba, but if it went straight through this area, it would tear it all the way apart and it would dissipate. So that's what it's looking like this morning. Please, please check it out later this afternoon and evening. I'll have a lot more data on it. You have seen you probably in the islands up in these areas, anywhere in these areas, get some tropical storm watches or warnings coming up at some point today. Stay safe. You guys just went through this, but I'm telling you, this is a much, much bigger system than the last one you went through. Stay safe, everybody. I love you so much. Have a good day, a safe day, and a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching and everything you do for me. I appreciate it greatly. It helps me make it through each month. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you, and thank you so much for watching.